We are live. So today, what is it, the 5th? 9/5/18. We're going to talk about a thing called the linear regression line. So whenever you see the word regression, it's kind of this weird mathematical thing that we don't need to know, except for the fact that the regression means that the calculator is going to find the very best path between the points. So what we did is we just did the wave. Here's our data from the wave. And we've got all of these points. We drew a line, but what I want to do now is take these numbers and put them in our calculator, okay? So, flip it over. First thing I'm going to do is find our stat button, okay? So if I look at my calculator, can you see it better there? A little bit of a glare. Put it there. So I'm going to go clear. I'm going to go to stat. Okay, everybody hit stat, okay? Everybody go to stat. So stat was right there. Okay, everybody hit stat. Everybody there? Okay. So I went to stat. And now what I want to do is I want to edit. So did everybody see the screen? Hit stat. And edit means to either change, like in the movies, we edit something, we change it, right? So edit means to change. So we want to edit because we want to put these numbers in. So I'm going to hit edit. So my second step is edit. So I'm going to push enter, okay? I already have some data in my calculator from a previous example, but we want to edit this data, okay? So I'm going to go over and I'm going to clear out list 1. So go and highlight list 1. So highlight list 1. Highlight list 1. If you guys are all empty and wait for me, that's great, okay? So I'm going to push clear down arrow and it clears it out. Okay, and then if you have a new calculator, you might not have anything in it, right? Victor, you didn't have anything in yours, right? Same thing here. Highlight list 2, clear down, okay? So now once I've cleared, so I'm going to clear old data. Now I'm going to start entering data. I'm going to enter data, okay? So list 1 and list 2, okay? So this is going to be my list 1. L1 will be my number of people, and then L2 is going to be my time. So I'm just going to start putting things in. So I'll go 4, enter, 7, enter, 10, enter, 15, enter, 18, enter, 24, enter, 27, enter, 30, enter. Okay, so I've got all of my list 1 in. Then I'm going to shift over, just over arrow, and now I'm going to put in my list 2. Okay, so 2.05, enter, 2.88, enter, 5.26, enter, 5.33, enter, 6.73, enter, 9.91, enter, 10.43, enter, 10.68, enter, okay? Okay, I've got all the numbers in, and so once I get all my data in, I want to do something with it. I want an answer. In fact, what we're looking for is equation line, right? So I'm going to hit stat again. I'm going to hit stat because the stat menu gives me some choices. So I'm going to hit stat again. Yep, hit stat. You're heading like that, stat. And I want to calculate an answer. Remember doing this last year? I want to calculate an answer. So I want to calculate. So I'm going to go stat and hit the calc. And now I've got a bunch of choices. So I went, here, I'll go back. Okay, so you got edit. All those went stat. I'll go stat. And just go right. Yeah, you got it? Thank you. Okay, everybody there? I got calc. And what I'm looking for is this linear regression line, okay? So instead of y equals mx plus b, same thing. They use ax plus b, but same thing, right? So I want to go to this one. So I'm going to go down to lin reg ax plus b. So I'm going down to lin reg, and it's the ax plus b, okay? So it's a linear regression. It's a straight line, okay? And then I'm going to push enter in a second. So I'm going to push enter. So if I push enter, I need to be careful. Here's where we got to be careful. We have to tell it because if you look at your calculator, it had several lists. You had list 1, list 2, list 3. So you had a whole bunch of cells you could put things in. We put ours in list 1, list 2, didn't we? So I'm going to go and I'm going to put it into L1, and I got to find this comma L2. So L2 is in blue down by the number 1, okay? So L1's right there. It stands for list 1, but it's in blue, right? It's in blue. So I'm going to push second L1, okay? So I get that L1, okay? And then I got to go comma.
When you click on line 5, it tells you the code.
Oh, you guys have different ones. You guys have the newer ones. Here, Sasha, can I borrow yours? Okay, yeah. Newer calculus, good. Let me go. Okay, thank you. So, to the new calculus, thanks, Sasha. So, actually, right here, it already says list 1, list 2, doesn't it? You guys, the new calculus are easier, aren't they?
Yep.
So, I'm just going to go all the way down to, and it's what I want, list 1, list 2. I'm going to go to calculate. Right? So, I'm going to go to calculate, enter. Okay. Hey, that's not bad. We had, what do we have, a 0.41? I'll check in a second. So now it's more like a 0.34, maybe 0.35. 0.35 around the nearest tenth. So a better equation would be y equals a 0.35x plus about a 0.79 or 0.8, okay? That's a better line. Now if you're error, I'll take a look at it in a bit, okay? Let's clear the whole thing. Let's go back this time. All the way to calculate. Okay, we'll look at it later, okay? I'll find it. Okay, so far so good, right? Now, the correlation coefficient, okay? So now, the correlation coefficient tells you how good are your points. So this isn't bad. This is not bad. I mean, bad would be like the point spread all over the place, right? So the term is like no correlation, okay? There's obviously a correlation. You know, the more people, the longer it takes. There is a correlation. The more people, the longer it takes. There is a correlation. No correlation would mean there's nothing connected. So I'm going to test it. So Sasha, do I still have yours? Okay. So, all right, now to find my correlation coefficient, I'm going to go into, I think it's under, I'm going to go to catalog real quick. Catalog, and I think I have to turn it on. Hold on, I'm looking for it. Let me find it. Diagnosis. So I got to go find the diagnostic, and I'm going to turn it on, okay? So to find my correlation coefficient, I'm going to so correlation coefficient. I'm going to I got to turn it on. So I'm going to go to diagnosis, diagnostics, on. So I'm going to go down here. It's highlighted on the on. Enter, okay? Now if I go back, ready? If I go back, am I going too fast?
Yeah, can I see what you wrote?
Yep. So correlation coefficient. So to do the correlation coefficient, because I need this thing called R. I'm looking for this symbol R. Okay, we'll look at that in a second, okay? So to find the correlation coefficient, we're going to go into the catalog, okay? And I went all the way down into the catalog. Do it again. Catalog. Went all the way down to it, right? I got to turn it on, right? Diagnosis. Here we go. There we go. So I got to turn it on, right? On. Done. So then when I go back, I'm going to do it again. Stat, calculate, linear regression, L1, L2, calculate. It gave me an R value this time, okay? And once you turn it on, it should stay on. I got an R value. Now what's my R value? About 0.983, okay? Do you guys see that? Now the R squared is, they'll use that in statistics. We want just the R, okay? So if you take the square root of this value, you'd get this value. Does that make sense? Anyway, price, R is 0.9834, blah, 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 blah. That means that about 98% of our points lie within the line, or close to the line. That's good. So that means we're almost at 100%. 100% means you got a perfect line. 98%, not bad, right? If this was zero, that'd be bad. Zero means like there's no correlation at all, okay? Does that make sense? Okay, let me stop recording. I'm going to have you guys take out